Hi everyone, welcome to another Dylan James Throughout Music Tutorial. We're going to talk about Deep House this time. The last video you saw me probably was Lo-Fi Structural. And if you want to make some Lo-Fi music, check that out and check out the previous video before that. Which I'm going to put up right here. All right, I'm just making the basic Lo-Fi. And be sure to check out all the other videos. We did one about boom bap. We did one about trap, which we'll go back to. We did garage, UK garage. We did drum and bass. A little bit of everything. We're covering all the bases. And then here too we'll have a couple of just production videos, general things, mixing, whatever. In fact, tomorrow there will be a lo-fi static mix video. I will mention that at the end. Anyways, what is Deep House? Deep House is a genre of house music that heavily leads on 90s sounds, the 909, all that, the cool kind of disco influenced sounds. There's a lot of influence from all music, but yeah, it's a cool genre. Be sure to, yeah, it's basically 90s house music in the modern age. And there's a couple of playlists on Spotify and all the other places. You should check out Deep House if you don't know what that is. All right, what's in Deep House? You have the components. So kick, clap, snare, hi-hats, shakers, the kick and snare, and clap. A lot of times are based on the 909. If you don't know what that is, that's a drum machine. Come out in the 80s, but it really became popular in the 90s. 909 is a very huge thing in the 90s dance music. Yeah, that was like the drum. The bass is another big component. Like most genres of dance music, you have the bass, and you have, oops, what am I doing? Sorry about that. Going up Facebook by accident. Anyways, you have synth bass, and you have bass guitars. I've heard. I didn't really heard 808s or any of that. It's a little bit too much. So as far as I'm concerned. I'm sure there's some bass somewhere, but this song does not have that. Keys, huge component. Pads and strings, another big time thing. Organs, another big component. And lead synths, and sometimes you have different plucks and different things. But we're doing a very basic deep house song. Eventually, once I get through all these basic things, I'm going to go back through and do some advanced kinds of things if you're paying attention to all that I do. Stay tuned for that. I guess, yeah, that's it in the build this time. Even though you see I already had the paddle built. I'll show you what I did. All right, BPM, the tempo. Hitting anywhere from 110 to 128, as far as I'm concerned. That's the pattern. With the tempo, what am I saying? The beat itself is a 4 to 4. It's simple like this. This is a basic 4 to 4. house beat. And then you have no idea of boots and pants. You don't know what boots and pants are, it sounds like this. Boots and pants and boots and pants and boots and pants and boots and pants. Sound like this. Boots and pants and boots and pants and boots and pants. The boots are the kick. The pants is the hat. But it's better with the clap. Okay, this is the kick. It's on every beat, so it's moving too fast. Just like this, every beat. Every tip right here is a beat. So, well, technically this whole thing here is a beat, but every bar there's 4 beats. Okay, so that's what you heard. Oops. Clap. So that will be every offbeat. And pretty good rhythm today. Okay, then we have the open hat, so it's like. And that's in between every beat and offbeat. Give it a bit of a shuffle already. Which also you can add some swing to these tracks, but I'd rather do it by placing my stuff in a little bit of a swing pattern. And even a little bit of swing, a little bit of swagger, a little bit of shuffle. Always add closed hats. You have a little bit of something like that. You have the hit and hit, but you also have just a little guy in between. It's a little bit off the grid. So for the most part, we stay on the grid for this beat. But when it comes down to it, it's nice to get a little off the grid. If you watch any of my lo-fi videos or the boom bap video, you see I don't like to stay on the grid for that. But if you've seen my garage, a UK garage tutorial, you see that I shuffled that a bit too. It's part of the magic. A lot of people realize this, but us producers are wizards. Was working some magic. If you don't believe me, look it up. You can trust me, I'm a producer. But anyways, all together with the open hat, usually the kick, flat, closed hat, and open hat sounds like this. Now that sounds super slow without anything else. So let's dive into checking out some of the other stuff. All right, bass lines. Bass line can be medium complexity, can be simple, can be out of this world, advanced. This guy is gonna be a bit about medium. Do something like that. Yeah. Just and it's had a little bit of a shuffle itself. A lot of like basses would be simple like this. But I like to make it a little bit more now. Let's take a look at the bass line and play it. Something like this. see, they're not all like, I mean, they're all on the grid, but they're moved. Like, the spaces are on the same each movement. And one thing I like to do is, this is D flat, D minor, is the key I used. So then I just went whole octave. Just give it some flavor, add the octave up and down. It's good. Old disco did a lot of up and down. You can hear it if you actually listen to it. Right, so that's the bass line. Okay. Up next, we have the piano and keys. Oh, I forgot to mention what I used for the bass. The bass I used, Polymode by Cherry Audio. This is a very affordable synth. It's got basses, keys, leads, organs, strings, synth, bass, whatever. Other stuff is an emulator of a classic synth. And I use deep bass, the deep bass preset for my bass. Yeah, it gave me a bit of a 90s flavor, which I thought. The keys. I used Ivo Keys, which is a contact instrument by Native Instruments. And recommend getting a complete Contact, Massive, Massive X, FM8, Absinthe, Super 8, a bunch of other stuff. It comes in packs. It's got battery for. Yeah, it's good. Anyway, this is Ivo Keys. I used a preset called 90s Anthems. And you'll hear why it's called that. This is what, oh wait. You define the, I'm not going to play it on this, like this, because it kills my CPU. I'm trying to make a video, so I'm going to play it and show you what this looks like. So yeah, I did that. I like to make same thing, make a little bit of a varied pattern. And it's cool to drop it down, like stay in the same key, but drop down for the next part. So on and so forth. Added an extra note here, just to give it a little bit of variety. Yeah, I like it. I really love those keys. And last component I'm talking about is put the strings in. Now the strings, I just paint some chords. Just like this is with D minor, and D minor down here, the whole octave down, and then a fifth. D minor fifth. So I use for that, and then F major fifth, C minor fifth, then E major fifth. Very, very simple. Just follows the root notes and basically sets up the root notes. So for the maiden voyage, we have a little bit of pattern. Okay, I'm going to start with the first part. All that is the bass and the keys. And do one and bend the strings in. So that's Deep House. The strings I used expand to like uh air audio, I think. But anyways, we're gonna expand to its XPAND exclamation point two. It's very, very versatile. You got strings, organs, E pianos, regular pianos, leads, basses, arpeggios, synth brass, woodwinds, guitars. Now, a lot of these acoustic kind of instruments don't sound that real, but for the other stuff, it's good. Sometimes you don't want real. It's really get that little bit of weird vibes. So anyways, I played the whole pattern for you. I hope this video helps get a little bit of a grasp on Deep House. Tomorrow we will make a static mix of the lo-fi track. In fact, it'll be the lo-fi track that we worked on last week. I used to not do static mixes. Now I do. It's a very important thing, and I will talk to you about that why tomorrow in the video. So be sure to tune into that. And then there will be a video where we structure this particular track on Saturday. So stay tuned to everything we're doing here. I think we got something going good. Tuesday, Saturday vibe. I'm trying to fill out every other day in between. Eventually, this channel is going to have a lot of uploads. So let me keep coming back. Hope this helped you. As I said, please click my video, like, subscribe, share the video. Reach out on social media. I'm on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. I'm all over. Yeah, that'll be cool if you reach out. But I said, stay tuned for tomorrow and Saturday. And yeah, much love and peace to you. Catch you later.